Welcome back to the channel, movie lovers. Today we're diving into the high-stakes thriller Black Bag 2025, a tense and gripping spy action film that blends classic espionage with modern twists. Directed by Steven Soderbergh, this film throws us into a world of shadows, secrets, and double crosses. With a sleek visual style and intense performances from stars like Michael Fassbender, Jessica Chastain, and Mahershala Ali, this movie keeps you guessing until the very end. But don't worry, we're not spoiling the climax or any big reveals, just a clean, intense walkthrough of what makes this film tick. The film begins with Lucien Briggs, once a top-tier field agent, now presumed dead by the intelligence community. He's hiding in Berlin, working as a low-key martial arts instructor, avoiding tech, contact, and anything resembling his old life. But everything changes when he discovers a mysterious black duffel bag placed in his gym locker by an unknown courier. Inside, an encrypted hard drive, a thumbprint scanner security card, and a photo of Adira Tellez, his long-lost field partner, and possibly more than that. She's listed as deceased, but the photo is recent. Lucien knows this is no coincidence. Someone wants him back in the game. Shortly after, he's confronted by Elise Moran, Jessica Chastain, an ambitious CIA analyst turned whistleblower. She has tracked him down using metadata and off-the-record surveillance reports. Elise believes the CIA has been compromised from within by a secret group orchestrating unauthorized black ops. She thinks Lucien's disappearance wasn't abandonment, it was silencing. Together, they discover that the hard drive in the black bag contains fragments of files tied to Project Silent Harbor, a mission Lucien was part of 5 years ago. The files are protected by dual-key encryption. One key belongs to Lucien, the other to someone only identified as Subject C-9. Lucien and Elise travel across Europe, chased and observed by Kane Maddox, Mahershala Ali, a ruthless fixer who isn't trying to kill Lucien, but always intervenes just enough to force him off balance. Kane seems to know the moves before they make them, suggesting someone close is feeding him intel. They visit a former MI6 contact in Brussels who helps decrypt parts of the drive. The files mention Ghost Cell, an unacknowledged multinational task force operating outside oversight, carrying out renditions, blackmail, and destabilization programs. But every mention of Adira's name in the files is corrupted or redacted. Tension between Lucien and Elise begins to grow. She believes exposing Ghost Cell could save lives and stop further abuse of power. Lucien, however, suspects that someone wants them to do exactly that for their own ends. He's been burned before. Elise insists her motives are pure. A side trip to Prague leads them to Simeon Reznak, a former NSA encryption architect who helps recover hidden logs on the drive. That's when they discover the contents were tampered with after Adira's supposed death, meaning someone faked her demise and possibly set up Lucien's disappearance. All roads lead to Vienna, where an off-the-books intelligence summit is taking place. Elise wants to leak the drive's contents anonymously during the summit. But Lucien notices they're being followed by Kane again, and he's not alone. Something's off. Too many players are arriving in the same place at the same time. Lucien's memories of Project Silent Harbor come flooding back in detailed flashbacks. The operation was intended to extract a rogue asset, but devolved into a brutal ambush. Adira had warned command, but their feed was jammed. Lucien barely escaped. Adira was declared KIA. Now the drive's metadata confirms something far more sinister. Ghost Cell used Silent Harbor as a trial run for full-spectrum global black ops, and Lucien was meant to die there too. In an abandoned airfield outside Vienna, Lucien finally confronts Kane. But instead of a fight, Kane delivers a message. You're not the only one asking the wrong questions. The real file isn't in the bag. Lucien now realizes the black bag wasn't a gift. It was a setup. Someone knew the truth might leak and gave them just enough data to chase a false trail. Meanwhile, Elise vanishes during a meeting with a diplomat from Luxembourg. Lucien finds her safe, but shaken. Someone had warned her off. The person used an old agency code phrase only high-clearance operatives would know. The harbor never sleeps. As the pieces lock into place, it's clear the truth behind Ghost Cell isn't in the drive, and whoever controls it is playing both Lucien and Elise for different reasons. The bag was just the beginning. Black Bag isn't just a spy thriller. It's a psychological maze built on trust, memory, and the gray areas of patriotism. The cinematography is grounded and gritty, the score pulses with tension, and the world feels dense with history. Michael Fassbender perfectly embodies a man out of place in a modern world, haunted by duty. Jessica Chastain gives depth to a woman caught between truth and consequence, while Mahershala Ali adds subtle menace and mystery without ever raising his voice. The film is slow-burning in the best way, layered, methodical, and cerebral. Every piece of dialogue and every look matters. It's not about flashy gadgets or stunts, but about what happens when systems designed to protect become the very threat. And just when you think you know where it's headed, Black Bag reminds you that in the world of espionage, the real weapon isn't a gun, it's information. And that black bag, it holds more than files. It holds the weight of history, betrayal, and the question, what are you willing to forget to stay alive?